Well, income elasticity of demand is the topic for now, and income elasticity of demand shows the responsiveness of quantity demand to a change in income. And whenever income changes, there can be a positive change in quantity demand for a product or negative change in quantity demand for a product. Income elasticity of demand is calculated using formula YED is equal to, YED stands for income elasticity of demand, and it is equal to percentage change in quantity demand divided by percentage change in income. Income elasticity of demand is used to differentiate two types of goods, and those are, number one is normal good and number two is inferior good. Normal goods are those which are positively related to the level of income. If income increases, quantity demand for normal good will rise, and if income falls, quantity demand for normal good will also fall. Normal goods are good quality products, so whenever income increases, it increases purchasing power of consumers, so they purchase greater quantity of normal goods. And whenever there is fall in income, it reduces purchasing power of consumers, so they can purchase lesser quantity of normal good. And now is inferior good. Inferior goods are those goods which are negatively related to the level of income, or inferior goods have inverse relationship with income. Inverse relationship means whenever there is rise in consumers' income, quantity demand for inferior good will fall, and whenever there is fall in consumers' income, quantity demand for inferior goods will rise. Okay, when income increases, why consumers reduce the quantity demand for inferior goods? Inferior goods are poor quality products and consumers purchase them when their purchasing power is low. And whenever there is rise in income of consumer, it increases purchasing power of consumer, and definitely he will purchase lesser quantity of inferior good and he will switch to some normal or luxurious products. Now coming to the next point, normal goods. One thing is really definite, that income elasticity of demand for normal goods will be positive. So income elasticity of demand for normal goods is definitely positive. However, it can be greater than 1, it can be lesser than 1, or it can be equal to 1. But the sign would be positive. So income elasticity of demand for normal goods can be greater than +1, less than +1, or equal to 1, equal to +1. Plus sign is basically indication of relationship between income and quantity demand. So positive sign shows the positive relationship between income and quantity demand. Okay, now we can see that if income elasticity of demand is greater than 1, then how its income consumption curve will look like. We have quantity demand on X, this is origin point, and we have income on Y-axis. Whenever the demand for normal goods is greater than +1, income consumption curve would be flatter, ICC, income consumption curve. Why it will be flatter? Because it shows that a smaller rise in income will lead to greater rise in quantity demand. For example, initially quantity demand for normal good is Q1 and consumers income is Y1. Now if there is a little rise in income from Y1 to Y2, then it will lead to a greater rise in quantity demand for normal good. So this is change in quantity and this is change in income. So new income is Y2. Income increased from Y1 to Y2 and quantity demand increased from Q1 to Q2. So ICC curve will be relatively flatter. Now if income elasticity of demand for normal goods is less than +1, then income consumption curve will be relatively steeper. It will look like this: ICC, income consumption curve, and on X we have quantity demand, and on Y axis we have income, and income is denoted as capital Y. Okay, so if income is initially Y1, quantity demand is Q1. If income increases to Y2, then quantity demand will rise from Q1 to Q2, and this is change in quantity demand, and which is smaller than change in income, and change in income is much greater. So greater rise in income has resulted in smaller rise in quantity demand, so income elasticity of demand would be less than +1, or we may call it inelastic demand, relatively inelastic demand. Okay, the next thing is, what will be the shape of ICC, income consumption curve, when income elasticity of demand is +1, equal to +1. We will draw the graph, show quantity demand on X and income on Y. So whenever there is elasticity of demand is equal to 1, it shows that there will be proportionate change in quantity demand with every change in income. What does this mean? This means that if income increases by 20%, and there will be a proportionate change in quantity demand, and income consumption curve will start from origin point, because when income is 0, consumption or quantity demand will also be 0. So ICC curve will start from origin point. Now we can see an overall situation of all these three coefficients. When income elasticity of demand is equal to 1, ICC would be ICC, and we can show it as +1. Income elasticity of demand is +1, and if income elasticity of demand is greater than 1, then we can draw another ICC, and this is ICC, which shows elasticity greater than +1. And if income elasticity of demand is less than 1, then income elasticity of demand curve would be, ICC curve would be like this, like it would be steeper, and this shows that income elasticity of demand would be lesser than 1. So these are multiple relationships and their graphs whenever we are discussing the normal good case. Now coming to inferior goods, and inferior goods are the ones which have negative relationship with income. If income increases, quantity demand will fall. However, income elasticity of demand for inferior goods can be, it would be definitely negative, but it can be lesser than 1, it can be greater than 1, or it can be equal to 1. Negative sign just shows the relationship. Whenever we talk about elasticity of demand, we just consider the value. If value is 1, then it means it is unit elastic demand, and when value is greater than 1, it shows demand is elastic, and when it is lesser than 1, it shows inelastic. However, we ignore negative sign, because negative sign is just for the relationship between income and quantity demand. Okay, now we can see each and every situation graphically, and we have quantity demand on X, income on Y axis, and if we consider the first situation when income elasticity of demand is less than 1, it means demand or ICC curve would be relatively steeper. And what does this mean? This means that if income is initially, let's say, Y1, quantity demand is Q1, and if income increases from Y1 to Y2, quantity demand will fall from Q1 to Q2. So the change in quantity is lesser than change in income. When income elasticity of demand is less than 1, it means that greater change in income will lead to smaller change in quantity demand. Now coming to the next situation, income elasticity of demand greater than -1. -1 again shows the negative relationship, and value greater than 1 shows that demand would be relatively elastic. So again we label the graph, we draw graph, quantity demand on x and income on y-axis, and if income elasticity of demand is greater than 1, then ICC curve would be flatter, and this flatter IC curve shows that small change in income will lead to greater change in quantity demands. Let's say initially income is y1 and quantity demand is q1. Now if income increases to y2, then there will be a greater fall in quantity demand. So change in quantity demand is much greater than change in income. Income elasticity of demand equal to 1 mean there will be an equal proportionate change in quantity demand with average change in income. ICC curve will be like a hyperbola, and which shows that there will be a proportionate change in quantity demand with average change in income. Okay, now we can make a single graph to show all of these situations. Again, write quantity demand on x, origin point, and this is income on y-axis. If income elasticity of demand is less than 1, ICC curve would be steeper. This ICC shows that income elasticity of demand is less than -1. Minus is again a negative sign, again shows the negative relationship. And the second situation is if income elasticity of demand is greater than 1, ICC would be flatter and income elasticity of demand is greater than 1. And the last situation is unit elastic demand, and when income elasticity of demand is unitary, then ICC curve would be a hyperbola convex to the origin, and this shows that income elasticity of demand is -1. Okay, the next situation is practical importance of income elasticity of demand. This concept is really important for the businessman to know because they can take decisions accordingly. Whenever there is economic boom, and whenever there is economic boom, what should business do? Business should produce more quantities of normal goods, because during economic boom income of consumers increases, so they will purchase more quantity of normal goods. So economic boom basically signals the producers to produce more quantities of normal goods. And what they should do when there is boom for inferior goods, and what they should do in the period of economic boom regarding decision of inferior good, because in economic boom again we can see that income of consumers is increasing, so they will purchase lesser quantity of inferior. This clearly signals the producers to produce lesser quantity of normal good whenever there is economic boom in the economy, because in this situation purchasing power of consumers is high, so they will purchase lesser quantity of goods. During the period of economic boom, it is important for the producer to produce more quantity of normal good and lesser quantity of inferior goods, and in this way he can maximize his benefit and he can maximize his profits or revenues, or he can enjoy domination in the market. And the second economic condition is economic recession, and recession is a period when unemployment is high and consumers have lesser income. So as per this situation, when income is low, consumers purchase lesser quantity of normal goods, and this economic recession will signal the producers to produce lesser quantity of normal goods. Otherwise the resources will be wasted, because consumers will purchase lesser quantity of normal goods and If they are not being sold in the market, then definitely it is loss for the producers. And in the second situation, if there is recession in the economy, and it leads to fall in income of consumers, and when consumers' income is low, they purchase greater quantity of inferior goods. This signals that producers should decide to produce greater quantity of inferior goods during the period of recession. So the overall benchmark of this scenario is that in economic boom, producers should go for the normal goods and they should produce lesser quantity of inferior goods, and during the period of economic recession they should produce lesser quantity of normal good and they should go for producing more quantity of inferior goods.